Hello, students. Myself, Jitin Kumar Chauhan from ABS Engineering College. Today, we will going to discuss about the one protocol, which is an email protocol known as SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. In this protocol, basically, we are using the store and the forward methods for sending, storing, and retrieving the electronic messages across a network. So what basically here, the emails are stored at the server, either it's a local server or the remote server. For example, if you can send emails from Yahoo to Yahoo, then it can store at the local server. But if you have to send the mails from the Yahoo to Gmail, then it is basically establish the connection to the Gmail server, and then it transfer the mails to the Gmail server side. So here we can have using the three protocols, the SMTP protocol, which is to establish a connection between the two servers. Then you can transfer the mails to the another server, or in the client side can access these using mails by using these two protocols. The one is in the post office protocol, and the second one is known as an IMAP, which is an internet mail access protocol. Now we can say here the client can send the mails to the application, which is basically connected to the port number 25. Because in the application layer, we can say that each and every application is connected to a well-defined port. So the SMTP can work at the port number 25, which is basically the email protocol. So after the connection is established by the sender to the client, and then it sends the mail to the its on original server, like the Gmail, the Gmail server. If the sender is at the Gmail site, then it can send towards the Gmail server. Then it can check whether this mail is local to the server or it's a remote server. If it is for the remote server, then it also establishes the connection to the recipient server, like the Yahoo server, through the protocol which is known as the SMTP. So when the server receives the message, it either places the message in the local account if the recipient is local, or forward the message to the another mail servers for delivery. So it may be possible that the client are busy, or we can say can spool the message at the destination sites, so that the client can access these message emails by using the two protocols, either the POP3 or the IMAP. So now these two protocols, like the POP is basically connect to the port number 110 for the client connection request. So when a client wants to make use of the services, it sends request and establish a TCP connection with the server. That is basically the part of the handshaking, where we have to, before start communication, we have to establish the connection first using a connection-oriented protocol, which is the handshaking mechanism. So the client and the POP server then exchange the commands and response until the connection is closed here. So here the sender can basically first send the mails to towards its original server by using the SMTP. And if it is local to the server, then you can see using the POP3 protocol in order to access your mails. If it is for the remote server, or the remote recipient, then you have to connect the connections with the destinations receiver server using SMTP, and then we can spool the messages here. And the client, the recipient, basically using a POP3 protocol in order to access their mails, either using a POP3, or we can also use an IMAP as well. Now we can say the IMAP is one protocol is known as a post office protocol, or another is an IMAP is another protocol that describes a method to retrieve the email messages. So either you can use as a POP3 or you can use an IMAP here. So unlike the POP, when a user connects to the IMAP servers, its copy of the messages are downloaded to the client. Here, the original copies are basically stored at the servers, and you can download a copy towards the client side. But in case of the POP3 protocol, we have basically download the emails from the servers, and it basically delete from the server, and then it can store the messages at the client sides. So each protocols like the POP3 or the IMAP have its own advantages and disadvantages. So the client original messages are kept on the server until they manually deleted here. So whenever the user decides to delete a message, the server synchronizes that actions and delete the message from the server here. So we have to organize your data on the server side in case of the IMAP, whereas we have downloaded all the emails from the server towards the client machines in case of the POP3 protocol. So these two protocols have its own advantages and disadvantages here. These are the references used for this lecture, and this is the disclaimer. Thank you.